Well, what Cambridge Rugby Club could do with one of Red Bull's millions at the moment, the club, one of the biggest in the region, could be wound up by the High Court on Wednesday if it fails to raise £210,000.
It owes the money in back taxes, but with the members' help, the club say they're confident they can survive. Martin Stew reports.
Cambridge Rugby Club has plenty of players, tons of talent and endless enthusiasm. It also has huge debts. With a new stadium and a bulging wage bill, the club has mishandled its finances, and Wednesday is crunch time. If they can't find £210,000 to pay the taxman, the club could be wound up for good in the High Court. It's an all too familiar story of a professional club overstretching themselves, only to find when the money ran out, they were left in dire trouble. The tragedy here at Cambridge is that if they can't find the money, it won't just be the first team that suffers, but all the minis playing here today.
We have 350 boys aged between 8 and 17 on our books here at Cambridge, as well as 4 senior sides, and their ages range from 18 to probably 60 and more, as well as having a first 15, which are currently in joint first place in National League One, which is a fantastic performance given the background of the finances we have.
But there is a ray of hope, thanks to the generosity of members.
So far we've raised about £150,000, but it's not just those senior members who are fairly well off and can afford to do this kind of donation. It's all the way down to these guys who are playing down here today, who have dipped into their piggy banks and made their contribution because they feel very committed to the future of the club.
Save our club, Cambridge!
And they may get their wish if the bank are willing to loan the deficit. With a lot of teamwork and a prudent plan, the club may just survive to fight another day. Martin Stew, Anglia News, Cambridge.
Oh, fabulous little try there as well. Now then, after this weekend's X Factor, it seems the way to a woman's heart is through song, I believe. The studio absolutely awash with Matt Cardle's rendition of Roberta Flack's The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, and a load of blokes saying, whatever.
I don't think so. After a wobble the previous week, it's once again made Matt from Halstead the bookies' favourite, as well as the housewives' favourite. Tom Barton has been gauging reaction from 2 of his biggest fans.
The first time ever I saw your face.
It's the song which has confirmed his position as the bookies' favourite.
I thought the sun rose in your eyes.
A song which earned him plaudits from the X Factor judges. A song which for Matt Cardle from near Halstead in Essex carries a very special meaning.
My mum's best mate was killed when I was 11 and she had 4 kids. My mum kind of took on those kids and they're absolutely made our family bigger and better. And the oldest one, Julian, met his girlfriend under similar circumstances and they got married a couple of years ago. And I sang that as Kate came into the church, and the whole day was just, you know, one of the most emotional days of my life, and it just brings me back.
Matt's performance has been roundly praised, and the emotional power certainly wasn't lost on his mum and dad.
Well, we cried. It's as simple as that. He has an amazing ability to bring out the emotion in any song. The meaning behind the words comes out in Matt.
When they spoke to me today, Matt's parents said they've barely seen the 27-year-old singer since he left the family home for the X Factor house in London 6 weeks ago. But they're confident he's coping with the pressure.
He's actually incredibly laid back, and he really doesn't take himself too seriously. I think there was a quote in the paper today saying that it is actually just a singing competition, and at the end of it I might be no more famous when the dust has died down than I am now.
Just in case that happens, his mum is keeping his guitars well polished, but she doesn't expect to see him home anytime soon. Tom Barton, Anglia News, Little Maplestead in Essex.
He just is an all-round hero,
amazing,
isn't he?
yeah.
I admit it. Yeah, brilliant. Right, next, how Second World War aerial photos have led to the recreation of one of the country's most important gardens.
It was all thanks to a picture taken by the German Air Force in 1944, revealing the outline of a Tudor maze in the garden at Lyveden, Bield, near Cardle in Northamptonshire. Here's Neil Bradford.
For centuries, this Tudor hunting lodge and its moated gardens lay undiscovered deep in the Northamptonshire countryside. Mark Bradshaw has since helped unearth many of Lyveden Bield's secrets. The discovery of an aerial photograph taken by the Luftwaffe during the Second World War has revealed another.
When we got the image, it stood out instantly. You could very clearly see these circular borders, this circular pattern, and must have been Tresham's Labyrinth, designed a mile long to take you on a journey, gradually coming round and through to the centre. The circle was seen as a Christian symbol, the journey of life, the pilgrimage of life. You start, if you keep by the pathway and you don't fall, you don't stray off the pathway, it will bring you round through to eternity.
The photograph, taken in 1944, has helped the National Trust recreate the Tudor maze, which has now been given Grade 1 listed status by English Heritage.
That makes it of international significance, so that puts it in the highest level of listed gardens within this country.
The cruciform hunting lodge and garden were never completed following the death of its owner, Sir Thomas Tresham, in 1605. That same year, his son was implicated in the gunpowder plot.
Well, this really is a hidden part of our history. Until 10 years ago, the whole site here at Lyveden Bield was covered in more than 400 years of forestry. And it's only thanks to the hard work of volunteers that the story has emerged here and new discoveries continue to be made.
An archaeological survey will now be carried out on the garden, and then it's hoped some of the original plantings of raspberries and roses can be recreated. Neil Bradford, Anglia News, Northamptonshire.
And if they are recreated, we'll be there to eat them, definitely. Now, what did you do? You went out today and it's a bit windy.
A bit windy. It cost me a tenner. My umbrella blew inside out. I had to buy a new one.
You don't do that, do you?
No, you don't. I know. I was stupid. It's been awful, hasn't it, at times? Let's find out if it's going to improve with Amanda.